Hello everyone, hope you're doing all right. Just a quick video on my trading model and what my actual trading model is, how I plan my day, etc. and through which processes I go. Now, of course, this is complementary to the higher time frame topic, to the psychology topic, to the execution topic, to the MMP topic, and then these steps, these topics, these 4 topics that eventually leads to understanding my trading model, etc. And so again, you might not grasp it if you're watching this video ahead of understanding the topics, and you might not grasp this video ahead of watching my trading recaps. So the trading recaps also are complementary to this uh, to this to this trading model video, and they will help you understand my trading model and my thought process, etc., etc. So again, an ST, for example, if you haven't watched the execution topic yet, if you haven't gone through the execution videos yet, because we've simply not touched on them yet, then the ST entries, etc., will likely make less sense than when you have watched those. All right. So again, I first thing on the day, psychology for me. Again, I use binary, so 0 is not checked off, 1 is checked off. So binary, it's on. Psychology is on right now, so it's checked off. Then next thing is higher time frame analyst. And again, I'll go through every single one of this in the topics because I can't explain it right now, but this is the process I go through. Then the next thing is higher time frame analyst. It's checked off. It's on right now. Then I can proceed to execution. All right. Now let me explain the time frames I use. And again, in execution, we will go over these time frames and how you can establish the time frames yourself and which time frame you want to use, etc. What I do, I use a rule of 60. And again, I'm going to keep repeating this because it's very important, because I feel like I'll still have questions on it, but it will make sense in the end. Believe me, it will all make sense in the end. It's like a movie and you get thrown into the deep end, and then at the end you're like, oh, it all made sense. Yeah, it will make sense. No worries, it will make sense for sure. So monthly rule 60 is something I use. Write it down. If you do have the question, then write it down in your journal or in your Notion, and that question will eventually get answered. So that's also a fun thing to do. If there's a monthly PD array, so my higher time frame analyst phase is done on the monthly. So this is order flow, this is candle signs, this is market structure. I think the next monthly candle is going higher because we are coming off of a monthly bullish order block. Then the next thing I do is I go into the 4-hour time frame to look for an entry. So it's a 4-hour entry for me if the monthly has a premium or discount rate. Then the next thing, a weekly PD array is a 1-hour entry for me. Then what is it? Daily is a 15-minute entry for me. Then a 4-hour, which is the lowest higher time frame, is a 5-minute entry for me. So basically all my higher time frame analyst phases, monthly, weekly, daily, daily 4-hour, they are what I use, and these are the entry time frames I use per thing. So they are coupled to one another. So it's a very systematic way of looking at it. And this is also a lot of people, they just look at the 4-hour and they are not sure which time frame they are using, etc. They are not sure which time frame they should be correlating with, if that makes sense. And that's something you'll learn in execution topic as well. You have to have these time frames set for yourself. So a PD array on the monthly, I go to the 4-hour for my entry. Sorry. Then on the 1-hour, let's say we do want to trade on the 1 minute, then on the 1-hour we could say, all right, 1 minute. And this is perfect. I personally don't like the 1 hour and don't like the 1 minute because everything else, the higher time frame, is perfect for me. So everything a higher time frame is 4 hour and above. So if I can avoid the 1 hour and avoid the 1 minute, that's just for me personally. It's a bit less work, less headache, and I noticed that my best entries are off of the 15-minute and 5-minute. So that's why I like it. Not sure why it is. It's just something I like. And of course, you can go into the 1 minute if you do want to. So 1 hour would, for example, be a 1 minute entry. So that's something you can do. Then the higher time frame analyst phase will tell you how I get to my drawn liquidity. All the work is done on the higher time frame analyst phase. Then let me show you an entry example. So if we do remember this, let's put an anchor text actually. How does this work? All right, perfect. Perfect. So let's take a look at the monthly right here on DAX. All right, monthly on DAX. So we've been going up here. Now again, order flow. If we are going higher, where are we likely going higher from? This right here. This order block. We take the wick, by the way. Why do we take the wick? Well, the wick is overlapping with a fair value gap. If the wick isn't overlapping, so the top of the wick, if that isn't overlapping with a fair value gap, then we take the body. All right. So a monthly PD array. So we are expecting, once we come into here, we are expecting price to go higher. Well, if we drop into the 4 hour right here, a 4 hour entry, the entry pattern I use is a very simple entry pattern. And because the higher time frame has done the work for me, essentially, so we are rejecting away from the discount array. The only thing I need to see now is an ST respected, which is the confirmation of order flow for me. So order flow is confirmed, order flow confirmed, entry on discount array. And this is pretty much as mechanical as I'm going to make it. Now, I do like mechanical trading. I do like to make some kind of simple steps. But again, if you want to reach your full potential, you will not have a full mechanical plan, most likely. Because experience, intuition will take over, and intuition can't be mechanical. So for my stop loss, again, risk management, everything will go into on execution, so don't worry. I cover next discount array with SL. So what does this look like? Just remember this. So monthly 4 hour entry. All right, if we now take a look, we have an ST. ST stands for sharp turn, by the way. ST is sharp turn. It's basically a balanced price range that ICT uses. And I like to call it an ST when it's in the making. So when it's already done, I just like to call it an ST or BPR. It's whatever you want to use. So if we take a look right here, we have this ST. And ST is a SIBI when coming into a discount array. So a higher time frame discount array is very important for you to see for you to see an ST. Without that discount array being there, there is no ST for me. So discount array, we have a SIBI coming into the discount array because the ST entices early or entices sellers again before making a smart money reversal. So before a market structure shift, before reversing and going the other way. So this is enticing sellers, and sellers are essentially trapped right here. So we have this ST coming into, we have this SIBI coming into the discount array. overlapping busy, so an overlapping bullish fair value gap with an overlapping bearish fair value gap. Doesn't need to be 100% overlapping for me to call it an ST. The most important thing is that we do have a SIBI and a busy. It doesn't have to be 100% overlapping. It doesn't have to be picture perfect clean, as long as there's enticement going into the discount array and away. So displacement away, displacement in, displacement out. That's an ST. All right, then we have this ST. Then for the ST to get respected, I want to see another displacement away from the ST, or essentially a discount array that's located there, which is the breaker. All right, where is the next displacement away off of this ST? Well, we come back in here. We come back into this breaker. I want the ST to get respected. For the ST to get respected, I need a new fair value gap. Where do we get a fair value gap? Right here. Boom. And I think if you were in the first enrollment, yeah, you might have seen this trade, how we actually looked at this trade as well using this model. And then the next thing I would cover is the breaker. It's the next discount array for me, and it's just my safe haven. If price is going higher, it shouldn't disrespect this breaker right here. It should continue going higher off of this breaker. So this is just to give your trade some breathing room. Like, don't suffocate it. And because we are on the 4 hour and because we are trading off of the monthly, essentially, we are trading the monthly. Keep that in mind. We are trading the monthly right here. We can essentially hold for the next month, and then we'll make nice profit. So let's hold for a month right here. For April. Well, it's not the end of April yet. But let's just target. I like to target the low-hanging fruit. So these equal highs would have been perfect for me, especially coming off of the monthly discount array. So this is a typical entry for me. Now, as you might have noticed, inside this 4 hour, and this is actually where I did catch an entry, I believe. Inside this 4 hour is, you guessed it, a 5-minute entry. So you see how it's fractal. Now, if there's a 4 hour entry on the bullish side right here, and there is a 5-minute entry on the bearish side, which one of these will win? The 4 hour entry, because it's the higher, it's coming off the monthly, it's stronger. It's a fractal plan. And because, and this is why some people are a bit surprised when they come into Discord, came into the mentorship, and they think, where's your power of 3? Where's your market maker model? You don't need all this. When you do have quite a bit of understanding on ICT, etc., you don't need all this. These are all fancy concepts to potentially distract you. Distract you from what? Well, distract you from your own mind. If you are too focused on the technical side of trading, you will have no brain capacity left on focusing on the psychology side. So whilst you're trading, if you are too focused on the technical side and you don't have the capacity, you don't have the ability, the skill to notice your own thoughts. So if you don't have these skills, you will be distracted and dragged into a trade, or dragged into overtrading, dragged into revenge trading, because you are not in control of your thoughts. Because our trade plan is so simple right here, we can focus everything we have on our psychology. Now, does this go on to say we are not using any ICT concepts, we are not using market maker models, we are not using power of 3, we are not using AMD, we are not using NWalks, new week opening gaps, we are not using whatever IPTA data ranges, we are not using help me remind me of a fancy concept, Judas swing, we are not using macros, kill zones. I always enter in a kill zone, so I do enter in a kill zone. It's just it's always an entry in a kill zone. if you're trading on a 4 hour or 1 hour, I would not necessarily pay attention to that. So if it's a 1 hour or 4 hour entry, I wouldn't be too upset about it if it isn't in a kill zone. Let's put it that way. Now, and the kill zones, because the kill zones are mostly important. Sorry, I'm going a bit off topic here, but kill zones are most important if you're trading on a 1M, because the 1M requires more volatility, etc. It's, of course, you're trading a lower time frame, so you need more volatility to get to your destination, essentially. 5-minute time frame does as well need a kill zone, but it's less dependent on a kill zone. 1M, you're very much dependent on a kill zone. And that's why ICT also uses macros, etc., because you're more dependent on a kill zone or a macro. All right. But I was saying, are we not using market maker models, etc.? We are still using them. Completely, we are still using them. Yeah, we are using Power of 3 here. If you didn't notice, we did use Power of 3 here. We did use AMD. This is a perfect Judas swing. But can you see what I'm doing right here? And this is the beauty. I'm proud of it. I can be proud of it. But this is the beauty in my model. You don't need to pay attention to it for it to play out. And that's the biggest mind-blowing experience I've had in a long time. When I got to this stage, and you'll get it to it eventually as well, don't worry. But this is the biggest mind blow you will get. Why? Well, the Power of 3 right here happens. Does it matter if I mark it up or not? No, because my entry is there either way. Right here, we have a Judas swing, because this is a 2 a.m. candle. So there's a Judas swing on the... Let me take a look, actually, because we did take this trade. Right here is a Judas swing. Right here, midnight open. We're stinging below midnight open. It's a Judas swing. It's a classic protraction. Does that matter? No. Why not? We had that 4-hour entry we mentioned, right? Then where's the 4-hour fair value gap right now? It's gone. No, it's right here. This is your 4-hour fair value gap. Then we drop back into the 5-minute. See? See how everything plays out? Without needing to pay attention to a market maker model, a Power of 3, AMD, or anything. It's inside the plan, but I try to explain the best I can, because it's important to grasp, because this is how you can simplify so much. It's in the plan, but it's not necessary for me to mark it up, because it will happen regardless. So if my entry forms, it will happen regardless of me paying attention to it or me marking it up, if that makes sense. So that's if you grasp it, it's truly an insane step. And again, this, for example, this in ST, we didn't get a clean ST here. I don't know if we did actually enter this, but for example, this would have been an entry. ST respected. Boom, boom, boom. All right, perfect. Moving away. Cover the low, the bodies here. And then because we are trading on the 4-hour, we can target something right here. Target low hanging fruit, target is high. Boom. Profits. Boom. And this is exactly the reason why I keep this so simple, is because I can focus on my psychology. And does this mean the plan is shit because it's so simple? No. And my Discord, you can go through my Discord. I think, what is it? I'm not sure. I don't want to say something stupid, but I think I'm on a 4, 5, 6 winning streak, and I haven't lost yet in a couple of months. And I think, did I lose in April? I think last time I might have lost in the beginning of April, something like that. Or no, not beginning of April. Was it April? I'm not sure. Either way, sorry. Either way, I haven't taken a loss. So Still, it's a great model, and it's all the ICT concepts combined into one simple model. They are hidden inside the plan. If that makes sense. They are hidden inside the plan because this is a market maker model. This is your silver bullet, but we don't pay attention to it. And we don't need to, because it forms either way. If our entry is there, there is going to be a power of 3. There is going to be a market maker model. We just don't have to mark it up. We don't have to pay attention to it. And that's crucial for you to understand. So again, I hope this made sense. My entry model is fairly simple. If it doesn't, then hit me up in the Discord and I'll be glad to make another video in it. For sure. All right, so you can see this is a market maker model, right? Notice how I didn't call this a market maker model. It was just my entry. Just my simple entry. This right here would have been likely a 5-minute entry. Just an entry. Would have also been a market maker model. If we go into this right here, and we reject away right here. Ooh, very clean ST. Yeah, I did catch this trade right here. That's what I'm certain about. I did catch a trade right here, for sure. I caught a trade right here. This ST is something like this. This move higher. And again, this is also an entry, ST, etc. We get everything. And then we enter. You can see this is a market maker model. Does it matter for us if it's a market maker model? No, because it's just simply our entry. So I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, then please do send me a message. Don't hesitate to send me a message. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. So thank you, and I'll see you at the next one. And again, if you do not grasp everything, if you haven't watched all the topics yet, then that's completely normal. Don't worry. Once we've gone through every topic, it will make more sense as well. All right, thank you.